Welcome back to We Talk Boxing. Today I'm going to go through my pre-fight thoughts and predictions regarding the up-and-coming fight between Derek Chisora versus Kubrat Pulev on Saturday the 9th of July in London. Now this fight is billed as total carnage, as both boxers, are known for trading big shots and standing in the middle of the ring with each other and landing big bombs throughout the fight. So hopefully this is what we could see on Saturday night. Now before I begin the rest of the video, can you please subscribe, like, comment and share my videos for more boxing related content. Now firstly, I have to say I'm looking forward to this fight because I think it's going to be a boxing slugfest, as both boxers love to stand and trade big shots in the ring, and both boxers have good chins as well, so hopefully we can see some big shots and a good back and forth fight between both guys. However, I think the pace of the fight may not be as high as what we're potentially maybe used to in normal heavyweight fights, but one thing I can pretty much guarantee is that both guys are going to be trading and landing some big shots on each other, and we may even see, a knockout finish towards the latter stages of the fight. Now these guys have fought before, roughly just over 6 years ago for the European title, where Pulev won on a 12-round split decision to claim that title, and also that put him forward as well for, at the time, the IBF eliminator belt as well, which he fought against, which was against Klitschko. So I'm going to begin by pretty much going through some, boxing and physical stats between both guys. Now, Chisora's boxing record is a good one. It's not too bad. He's had 32 wins with 12 losses to his names, and he's also got 23 KOs as well. So it's not bad. It's not bad. His opponent, on the other hand, Pulev, has had 29 wins with 2 losses, and he's got a 14 KOs to his name as well. So both records, are fairly comparison. They're pretty much similar to each other. But as we could pretty much see here, the boxing stats kind of suggest that Chisora is slightly the bigger puncher in this fight, with having a KO percentage rate of 52, whereas Pulev has 45 KO percentage rate. Now, Chisora, has lost 12 of his 44 total fights, and is currently on a 3-fight losing spree. His last three fights, he's fought against Usyk, where he pretty much lost on a unanimous decision. And then he fought against Joseph Parker twice as well. The first time losing on a split decision, and the last time losing on a unanimous decision. So he's currently, he's on, a 3-fight losing spree really. So hopefully this fight, he might, hopefully put a little bit more into it and try and get the victory as well. However, Chisora is a warrior, and is pretty much considered by most to be pretty much the gatekeeper of the heavyweight division, meaning that any younger or potential world title level fighters, who want to pretty much challenge for the heavyweight title, must kind of go through him. Do you know what I mean? So, like, these guys have pretty much shared the ring as well, with some good notable names. Like Chisora has been in there with Vitaly Klitschko, Tyson Fury twice, Dylan White twice, David Haye, Carlos Takam, Usyk, Joseph Parker, David Price, Robert Helenius, Danny Williams, Malik Scott, Kevin Johnson, and many, many, many more fighters as well. Whilst Pulev has shared the ring with some good fighters as well. Probably not as much as, to the high level as what Chisora has, but he's been in there with the likes of Anthony Joshua, Hughie Fury, Samuel Peter, Vitaly Klitschko, Kevin Johnson, and Jerry Forrest as well. So he's been in there with some good opposition. But for me, I'd probably say that Chisora's been in there with the better opposition. He hasn't always obviously come out on top, because obviously he has 12 losses to his name, but he's shared the ring with some good opposition, and he hasn't always, been knocked out as well. So it's quite durable there. Chisora. So that's a good thing. Whereas obviously, Pulev is very durable. He's only had the two defeats. The first one coming back in 2014, which was against obviously Vladimir Klitschko, and that was a title fight as well for the world title. And then the last one coming to AJ in 2020. Again, that was for a world title shot as well. So he's had two title shots, and he hasn't won either of those world title shots, but he has lost against two big and good credible names, to be honest. Now, their physical stats between both guys, Pulev is the older man by 3 years, and he's also the taller man as well by 3 inches. And his reach as well, he's got a big reach advantage over Chisora, So it's roughly 5.5 inches as well. So, if he does use his jab really well, he could potentially keep Chisora at bay. Just popping that jab out, and every now and again coming over with the right hand. Whereas obviously Chisora is the smaller man, smaller reach and that, so he will pretty much may have to, try and take a couple of jabs and stuff just to try and break that distance between him and Pulev, to try and land his shots, body shots, head shots, try and rough him up a little bit, rough Pulev up, try and wear him down, break him down, just to kind of like cause him a little bit of damage. But realistically, Pulev has got all the advantages in like going in his way. But he is the older man, but he is durable as well, So it's going to be a good fight. And like I said earlier, we're going to see both guys, trading away, trying to take each other's head off, and not really taking too much of a back step, but every punch, that they throw, they're going to pretty much want to land it and hurt the opposition as well. Now, both of these guys are pretty much getting on in age. Do you know what I mean? Like most of the heavyweight division, to be fair, most of them guys are in their like mid to late 30s. But like I can't really see any of these guys, pretty much challenging again for a world title, unless they pretty much go on a 5, maybe 6 fight winning spree, clearing up and cleaning up, some of the younger challenges, taking them out. And then you never know, you can never say never, but if they do that, they may get another world title shot, against potentially one of the bigger boys and stuff. But, I don't know, it's going to be quite hard for them. Like I said, they are getting on in age as well, but it's going to be interesting. Do you know what I mean? But definitely for Chisora, Like, he said it multiple times, and, like, his main ambition is to pretty much give the fans a good performance at the same time whilst getting paid quite handsomely, from the promoters and stuff. So he's in there pretty much not for the money, but he's in there just to leave it in the ring. And he, his record is good, and he's been in there with some good opposition. He's not going to go down as one of the best ever, but he's fought against some good opposition. So for me, he's a warrior, and he's got that never say die type of attitude. Whereas his opponent, on the other hand, Pulev, I read something recently that, like, I believe that he thinks that he could have another title shot because, as he's claimed, in a couple of articles that I've read, that, when he fought AJ, recently, 2020, he felt as if he wasn't really prepared enough for that fight, and that he had COVID beforehand but didn't really let anyone know, and wasn't really sparring, and he hardly trained for that fight, which was quite surprising, to be honest, because, do you know what I mean, like, he's very durable, and, he punches hard, and he actually hurt AJ quite a few times in that fight. And his boxing skills were there to see as well. He is a very, very, very good boxer. And for me, I'd probably consider him the better boxer between him and Chisora. Do you know what I mean? So if he uses his boxing skills, do you know what I mean? He may be able to keep Chisora off him. Just box and move and try and tie Chisora up. And for him, it's like I said, he's got all the advantages. So it could be a quite not straightforward, but if he does it right, stick to his game plan, then he should come out on top, but he has to keep Chisora off him. Now, anyway, we're coming to that time now. Like, we're gonna give him our predictions and stuff. So, for me, do you know what I mean? Like, I think this fight will potentially go the distance, or we may see like a late stoppage. And I think if we do see a late stoppage, I think Chisora will get the stoppage victory. Do you know what I mean? Like, like for me, you know what I mean, he's slightly the bigger puncher. Obviously, the stats that I given you earlier, but he always manages to kind of pull out that last second kind of shot. You know what I mean? When you think Chisora's out and he's down, and you know what I mean, he's losing or whatever, he just somehow comes out with his big bomb, and you know what I mean. Again, if he lands it, you know what I mean, normally he knocks people out, to be fair. So, like I said, I think he's going to go the distance, but if we do see a late stoppage, I'm going to go with Chisora. Now, anyway, please let me know your thoughts about this matchup. How do you see it going? You know what I mean, in regards to their styles mixing and stuff, and you know what I mean, who do you consider the favourite, and who do you think wins, and by what method? Points? KO? Just let me know in the comments below. As always, please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video for more boxing related content. Bless.